We tend to think of an aquarium as living furniture. You add water, drop in fish, sprinkle food, and enjoy the view. But take a microscopic dive behind a glass, and you will find a highly volatile, closed-loop biological machine. For most beginners, this machine eventually breaks. The water suddenly turns a murky green, the fish grow lethargic, and the entire setup is quickly abandoned in the garage. We trigger this collapse by following our own intuition. When the tank looks dirty, we replace all the water. When a fish looks sick, we pour in medicine. Applying mammalian logic to an aquatic environment is often the catalyst for failure. An aquarium is an engineered ecosystem, and treating it like a simple pet cage overlooks the invisible chemistry required for survival. The tank's foundational engine is the nitrogen cycle. Fish produce waste that decays into ammonia, a toxic compound reaching lethal levels within days. The only thing keeping the fish alive is an army of beneficial bacteria inside the filter. They consume the toxic ammonia and convert it into harmless green nitrates. When water gets cloudy, beginners often reach for methylene blue, dumping it directly into the main tank to treat a perceived illness. But methylene blue is a potent antibacterial. While it kills fungal infections, it annihilates the beneficial bacterial colonies living inside the filter. Without those bacteria, the nitrogen cycle stops. The filter ceases to function, ammonia spikes, and the fish are effectively poisoned by their own environment. Reaching for a quick chemical fix destroys the microscopic foundation that keeps the entire aquatic system alive. Beyond the water chemistry, the fish themselves possess evolutionary histories that dictate how they must function within these artificial systems. Betta fish can survive in stagnant, low-oxygen water because they possess a specialized labyrinth organ to gulp oxygen directly from the air. Understanding these quirks is vital for breeding, where the sudden appearance of offspring is often followed by their mysterious disappearance. Live bearers like the common guppy will immediately hunt and consume their own offspring. To grow an ecosystem, the aquarist must engineer hiding spots or use specialized breeding nets to keep the fry safe. These fish are also fractional spawners. A single female can store sperm for several months, allowing her to give birth to multiple batches of fry long after her last contact with a male. Failing to engineer the physical environment to accommodate these specific reproductive behaviors turns the tank into a death trap rather than a sanctuary. Correcting these issues requires a disciplined protocol. Sick fish must be moved to an isolated hospital tank to keep potent medications away from the main filter's bacteria. Maintenance should focus on stability. Partial water changes of 10 to 20% safely export waste while preserving the established chemical harmony. A properly engineered tank relies on live plants to act as natural filters and floating pellets that prevent rotting organic matter from accumulating in the substrate. Stepping back and shifting your mindset to that of a system engineer is the only proven way to achieve a self-sustaining aquatic environment. Mastering this delicate microbiology provides significant benefits. A balanced tank reduces the owner's stress and blood pressure, turning the glass box into a therapeutic tool. These same biological laws govern massive commercial operations. Whether in a living room or a sprawling fish farm in Kerala, the same nitrogen cycle and oxygen exchange dictate survival. This foundational finance is the engine powering a $15 billion global industry that supplies homes and research facilities across the world. Understanding these invisible ecosystems transforms a small setup into a scientific enterprise, breeding high-value specimens like the arowana that drive the global economy. Watching a fish swim through clear water is only the surface of the experience. The deeper satisfaction comes from knowing you've successfully engineered the invisible machinery that makes that life possible.